Tom Holland. This was like the most recent thing that happened this past week. Tom Holland has been injured on the set
Mm-hmm.
of Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Him and another stunt person, in the midst of performing
Okay.
a stunt, were injured and rushed to the hospital. I didn't see much update on the stunt person, which is kind of
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate because obviously Tom Holland is
Yeah.
the leading star. That kind of overshadows everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to reiterate the stunt people are important in Hollywood. They do play a pivotal role in getting these movies made and take the hit for a lot
Yes.
of these actors. But
Very much
we
so.
all know Tom
Mm-hmm.
Holland likes to perform his own stunts. We know that,
Mm-hmm.
and we've seen
Yep.
him in action with a lot of the set videos that we've covered in the previous episode. But yeah, he cracked his head open and also suffered a concussion.
Yeah.
So filming on that has been halted for a week just to give
Hmm.
him and the stunt person some time to kind of recoup from that.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be a little bit of a blow to the budget because this I remember with Robert Pattinson and the Batman, him getting sick with COVID while filming
Oh
the
yeah.
Batman was a huge thing and halted production for a while until he
Mm-hmm.
got better. So again, the
Yeah.
stunt
I'm sure they
performer
could
was
work
also
around.
injured.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure they could work
I'm sure they
something
could
out for
work
sure.
around something. I'm sure there's other people that need to do some scenes and whatnot, but definitely as long as they're okay, that's what matters at the end of the day. And they need to make this movie, with them healthy and strong.
No,
You know.
absolutely. Yeah. I'm hoping everybody
Mm-hmm.
has a speedy recovery. The stunt person, well, the stunt woman, let me be specific. The
Mm-hmm.
stunt woman has a speedy recovery, and that Tom Holland also has a speedy recovery because, making these films is
Mm-hmm.
not easy. Now, we do have a little bit of an update for New York Comic Con. We're not covering that this year, to be completely honest with you guys. We haven't covered that in a number
Mm-hmm.
of years. It's just been,
Yeah.
it's a mission to get into New York Comic Con with some press access at this point. But
Mm-hmm.
John Bernthal, as we know, was going to appear at New York Comic Con. He's going to be in Spider
Cool.
Man Brand New Day, has canceled his appearance due to his scheduling, some scheduling conflicts. This is a last minute cancellation. And Sony Pictures as a whole has also canceled their appearance at New York Comic Con. A lot was
Mm-hmm.
expected from Sony Pictures at this appearance. A new look into some of the boys stuff that we're gonna get on Prime. The prequel. I'm not sure if
Mm-hmm.
you're familiar with the prequel that we're gonna get, Vault Rising. Have you heard about that?
For the boys
It's for the
themselves.
boys. Yeah, for the boys. Is a
Wait,
prequel
they
to the main
Sony
show.
does it? Wait, Sony's taking care of that, doing that? I
Yeah,
didn't know
Sony
Sony was.
Pictures handles the boys.
Oh wow, okay,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
totally okay. Fair enough. Oh, cool. So yeah, okay. So maybe they're focusing on
They
that. Maybe
handle the
because, especially
boys.
since
Listen,
that.
they
Yeah.
handle Outlander, Blood of My
Yeah.
Blood, the prequel to that. They handle that. They also
Yeah.
release Demon Slayer
Okay.
worldwide. Look, they got
That
their
I
hands
know.
in
No, no.
everything.
That I did know. But again, remember, Sony's also like they're really based from Japan anyway. So like that's
Exactly,
that's
exactly.
so
That's
that
the
makes
thing.
sense there. But yeah, I'm like I didn't know that. I thought it was a Prime Video only type of thing. I guess maybe again, there's always somebody else in the hands of the
No,
cookie jar.
the, the
So.
the the thing is like with these shows and these films, there's like
Mm-hmm.
5, 6 different cooks in the kitchen. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And some of them have one
Exactly.
person that just sits there and just is the face of everything. In this
Mm-hmm.
case, Prime Video.
Mm-hmm.
But since
And then
that's the
somebody
stream,
collecting checks in the background and stuff. Yeah, I
exactly.
get that. Yeah, fair enough. All right, there you go. Hey,
Everyone
good on you
answers
guys.
to everyone. Everyone
Yep.
has someone to answer to. But yeah, a lot of was
To
expected from that.
almost everyone, except
Almost
if you're
everyone.
Sony, apparently.
Yeah, if you're Sony, then shit. I mean, no, they got to answer to stockholders. So no, they got to
No.
answer to somebody. Everybody answers to everybody. Um,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, we were expecting some new information on the boys prequel
Mm-hmm.
stuff, some stuff for Spider-Man Noir starring Nicolas Cage, which again we
Okay.
haven't really gotten much other than some set photos and an official image in which we see Nicolas Cage in costume as
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man Noir. So that's super exciting. It's a little disappointing. I wanted to see a little more from Spider-Man Noir. It drops next year, so I was hoping we got a little something. And New York Comic Con is essentially where a lot of these studios highlight their TV side of things rather than the movie side. The movie side is more San Diego Comic Con, so we'll have to
Mm-hmm.
wait and see.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to go the social media route and do their own press releasing and all that. But aside from that, we do got huge casting news for Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
Brand New Day. We're gonna get Tombstone in live action. About
Nice.
Time, which is this is a villain that
Mm-hmm.
was rumored. I was hearing through the grapevines that there was talks to have this character appear in the movie in live action. We're finally gonna
Mm-hmm.
get him, and he's gonna be played by Marvin Jones III. You guys know him as Tobias Whale from Black Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
He actually
Yep.
voices Tombstone in Into the Spider Verse, and he's also gonna voice the character
Mm-hmm.
again in what is it? What's the threequel? What's the threequel film? What's the name of the third film? Beyond the
Wait.
Spider Verse.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So he's
Yeah, I
gonna
thought you were gonna say like he did the newest one that they did
across the Spider Verse.
no, you know the one that they just did with kid version Peter
Oh,
Parker
your friendly neighborhood Spider Man.
friendly neighborhood, yeah, exactly. But like actually that makes no sense because we know who the new Tombstone's gonna be, and like he's a
Exactly.
young guy, so never mind. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, so I mean
Okay.
that's exciting. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
like
no, it's
Marvin
great.
Jones,
Like,
man. I like
oh
Marvin
yeah,
Jones. He was great
I
as Tobias Well in Black Lightning, so I'm looking
yes,
forward to him as
I think
Tombstone.
yeah, if I recall, I think we've always had very high praise for his role during whenever we covered Black Lightning back in the day, like when it was still up there. Like
Those
he was,
longtime listeners of
yeah,
the Nerdy Basement definitely
oh yeah,
know what Ed is referencing right now. So
yes, a 1.0 or 1.5, whatever one you want to call it. But yeah, we used to cover Black Lightning when it was still big on the CW before they were unfortunately canceled so soon. But
right.
hey, you know, again, that's where this guy did his first role in the superhero biz, and I think he's gonna, you know, kill it in this one too. I think like he's a great actor.
Listen, Black Lightning was great, man. 4 seasons
Mm-hmm.
of great storytelling. Yeah, it had the
Mm-hmm.
cheesy CW moments, but I loved
Mm-hmm.
every episode
Yep.
of Black Lightning. And granted, it was such a great rewatch
Mm-hmm.
during quarantine, during the COVID era. You know what I'm saying? It was great
Yeah.
rewatch from start to finish. All
Well,
four
they
seasons
finished
on
in COVID era.
exactly. And then
Yeah, they finished in the
as
COVID
soon as
era
they
too.
finished it, it was immediately thrown on Netflix. There was no waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was on Netflix like a week later. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yep.
well, I'm gonna dive into this from start to finish. Rewatch all 3 seasons and then rewatch the fourth season.
Yeah,
But
word.
yeah, man,
Mm-hmm.
let's dive
Mm-hmm.
into Avengers.